Huge. In terms of our projection for 2020, we projected the growth of 0.9% for our economy. With this coronavirus, we think that we may not realize that growth, because part of the growth drivers of our economy is our ability to sell things that we produce, we manufacture here in South Africa to countries like China, and China is one of our biggest trade partners. With the disruptions of the value chain in China, we are worried that some of the things that we export to China are not going to be sold in China because production, tourism, and many other economic activities are being disrupted by this virus. And therefore, we have to look at serious interventions internally in South Africa to make sure that our export performance, yes, it will be affected, but we really need to do a lot of things here internally in our economy to make sure that things that will drive the economic growth at an internal level in our own domestic economy are dealt with decisively.
We have a problem internally with the power supply.
Power supply, we have allocated 230 billion as National Treasury to make sure that the inefficiencies, the power station, they produce adequate electricity to supply to this economy. There are a number of things that we are undertaking, that we are implementing as government to make sure that those structural constraints are dealt with to make sure that our economy grows.
And finally, Minister, are you going to perhaps convene a special meeting with stakeholders or the economic cluster to really look at this coronavirus in terms of its impact to the economy of South Africa?
On a weekly basis as government, we meet through different committees to look at a number of issues, including the performance of the economy. And definitely, we will be looking at the impact of this virus on our economy and how we should respond to it. The Department of Health and other departments are responding very well in making sure that we are safe as South Africans.